Hey everyone, TheOmegaCondor here. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for more content and leave a like so we know that you liked the video. And leave a comment letting us know what you would have done differently for the duel. Thanks. Enjoy.
Record. All right, we are recording.
All right.
Oops, there goes my phone. That's you. Okay. Enter the stuff. Yep. So, this duel, this match, it went pretty well for the both of us. I think we
Week
opened.
number 7. Yep.
Yeah,
It was an interesting duel.
it was for sure. I don't think there was really any major misplays on either of our parts that were game breaking. Because we both opened. I mean, I know I opened full combo pretty much. I get
Yeah.
Warlord Savage and Firewall Exceed, right? Or something like that.
I believe so. Yeah, you went into I think game 1 you went into Abomination and then your Borrowload.
Yeah, one thing I thought is that instead of Abomination, I need to trust myself to go into regular Borrowload Dragon more.
Yeah, I
Honestly.
don't really see him too much.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just because there's some like stigma that's like he's not the best card in the format anymore, really. Because there was a time when I was, like in the past, I think I was playing like I don't remember what deck I was playing, but Borlo Dragon was just a tough card to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
But now, not so much. And if I get a Boral Sword Dragon, that might actually help me out a little bit more in dealing with some of your stuff, because I think my biggest mistake game one that I have in my notes is that I should just anything that stops you from summoning something, I should just save, like Solemn Strike. I activated Solemn Strike prematurely, in my opinion, because I can handle your Decode Talker. There was no reason I shouldn't have just let the Decode Talker stick and save the Solemn Strike, you know?
Honestly, the only reason why I went into Decode was because I was trying to get materials into the graveyard for my conductor.
Exactly. So if I had just let it stick and you summon Conductor the very next move and I Solemn Strike it, because once Conductor comes down, I don't have an answer for that, unless I have like Borload Savage Dragon to negate the effect. And that's my biggest note for myself game one, at least, is I should not treat anything like a threat out of your deck except for Conductor. If there is a possibility Conductor can come down, I just need to hold off until I can deal with it.
Yeah, pretty much. I guess the notes that I had for me was I don't know. I can be a little too reliant on Overraptor. I mean, like he's the one that basically starts everything, but there are so many games where I just put down Overraptor, I get his trigger effect off, and then I do nothing. That's mostly because of usually what I draw, but I don't know. I think there's better options that I need to explore
Yeah.
with his trigger effect and not just like always getting conductor off of his effect and adding it to my hand. I could, grab Misk or any other dinosaur really.
Right. Yeah, no, I totally understand that. But I mean, if honestly, it's not that big of a deal, because if I don't have really anything uh if I don't have anything on board that can deal with Ultimate Conductor, I think going into Ultimate Conductor or grabbing Ultimate Conductor out of your deck is like a very optimal choice.
Yeah, it's just sometimes I run the risk of getting
Yeah,
getting run over by
exactly.
doing that.
Yeah. Um but that I mean that's all of my grievances with myself for game 1, you know.
Hmm. Yeah, it was a pretty straightforward game.
Yeah. But game 2,
Game 2.
you know, uh there really wasn't much I could do. I think I played that game as well as I could have. I didn't misplay. I got full combo basically.
Hmm.
Um, like there, I can't contend with two Ultimate Conductor Tyrannos. Even
Yeah.
even when Borload Savage Dragon had 3600 attack because it had Lanfarinkus equipped to it.
Hmm.
Even when it has 3600 attack on it, you can just flip it face down because you've already baited out the negate that turn. And even if I didn't, even if you hadn't, if I had negated one Tyranno, then you just use the second one, because Borreload Savage doesn't destroy, it just negates. So really, like, that game, there was literally nothing that I could have done to help the situation. I think that's just where we're at in the series right now. There seems to be a bit of an imbalance. You have a lot more aggro power than I do.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's just where we are. And in weeks to come, we'll see that the power scaling, the power balance starts to shift back to an even scale almost. But in terms of like damage output, you just have so much more than I do.
Yeah, and in the second game, I kind of got a little bit of a god hand, so
Yeah.
there was really not too much
Double
to
Ultimate
do.
Conductor plus Tyranno Infinity is not something to scoff at.
No, it's yeah. I mean, I basically am running like my version of a Grand Maju in my deck, and
Hmm.
that's always a difficult thing to deal with because you almost never know when that thing is gonna come down, and then
Oh
it
yeah,
it doesn't matter which cards you have usually.
yeah,
I mean, it
exactly.
depends, but yeah.
Like dropping two conductors and then a Tyranno Infinity, you have well over game on board. It's just like you don't you you don't need much else to win a game.
Yeah, it just speaks for itself, really.
Yeah. It's yeah, that's literally everything that I thought of for myself is like I can't contend with a board like that for where we're at in the series right now.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know, not too much to talk about, but it was a very interesting duel, especially that sea turtle. Was not expecting that at all.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely doing like having a side deck now is so crucial, I think. Just because it's like I can, not, and this is not just for you, but for like any scenario where I'm like, okay, what is my opponent playing? What do I need to get around problem cards?
Yeah,
And Gamma CL is, or any of the kaijus really, but Gamma CL, because it has the lowest attack out of the pool of kaijus that you can use to tribute over your opponent's monsters, um, has been so impactful in the game since it came out. And it's the reason that it's gotten so many rarity bumps over the years, because it got like, I think it got like an ultra rare rarity bump in an OTS pack, and then it got I'm not sure, maybe a secret rare rarity bump. I can't remember, but Gamma
really.
CL is literally the most iconic kaiju in my opinion, because of how easy it is to remove something from your opponent's field and then just slam over it.
Huh, right on. Yeah, I never thought of that. I don't know too much about kaijus, but I know they're definitely helpful in just getting rid of problem cards.
Oh yeah. Fun fact: back in the day, I actually ran a kaiju deck, like a dedicated kaiju OTK.
Oh, right on.
Hmm.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So I know a thing or two about kaiju's. um,
Yeah, I think that's about it.
yeah, that's it. All right. Well, stay tuned for our next opening, everyone, and don't forget to leave a like, comment on the video, telling us what you would have done differently in the duel if you would have played it differently. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. It really helps us out. And as Dream says, it's free, and you can always change your mind later.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for all your support and things like that. We like looking at the comments and seeing what you guys wrote. It's pretty motivating.
Yeah, it really is. We really do enjoy the support, and we love interacting with our audience. So keep those comments up. Thanks, everyone.